biggest drug. It's not cocaine, it's not heroin, it's not Molly or opioids. And the biggest drug is fame. It's the biggest drug. Yeah. And the reason why it's the biggest drug, because it's a drug that makes you feel like you are powerful, and like everywhere you go, anything you want, everything you want, it's a thing. And if you can't handle this thing, the consequences attached to when that thing is removed are severe. Nobody prepares you for the world of fame. So I'm big on personality. I'm big on energy. I'm big on will and wants. I believe that it's contagious. So if you have a bunch of laziness and a bunch of bullshit around you, naturally it's gonna feed off. You're gonna find yourself becoming what's in your environment.
Do you feel like you've hit a good balance? When I look at your Instagram, your social media, and you're just constantly going like, God damn. Do you ever feel like you do too much? Like, maybe I just need to take a little break here. Do you ever feel like that?
I think the perception definitely perceives reality. What looks like so much isn't always so much, because you have a schedule. And, you know, within that schedule, there's the things that mean the most that come and act as downtime. So the phone is in the office. I'm not going back to get it until the morning, and it's all conversation, it's all TV, it's couch and cuddling, baby time, whatever. That's my downtime, because I've taken a step outside of the other shit. So I think when you're able to do that, then you're managing your mental. These devices are the easiest way to touch everybody. So when you're just consumed on that shit all day, you start to see yourself being a part of the negative shit. So what I've learned to do is go, I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that shit. I don't pay that any mind. I don't read that shit for what? It's not helping me. It's not making me better. It's not pushing me to new limits. If anything, it's taking up just creative space by me literally spending time going and navigating through what I think is a bunch of bullshit. So I don't let the device beat me. And at one point, I definitely did. At one point, it was everything. It was, you know, now I separate it. When you realize what it is, when you see the bad, you know, when you see the bad side of it. My phone died and I'm driving, and I was using the fucking maps. And I was like, oh shit, what the fuck, how am I get to where? I don't know where I'm going. And I sat and I was like, yo, how did we get from point A to point B before the map? The thing that's popular is the failure, the fuck up, the fight that I can catch, the hateful moment that I can catch and post. Like, the bad is being highlighted and celebrated. That's what with me with the social media now. The bad thing is that you watched, that the video was more important than the actual help. You know, you got your good versions and your bad versions. And the bad versions I refer to as monsters, but just because they're bad doesn't mean they don't have good quality. And when you're winning and you're succeeding, there's this idea that everything is right. There's this idea that perfection has now presented itself, and life moving forward is gonna be just an easy road. That engine of, well, now that I'm making money, this is what I should have, this is how I should look, this is how I'm supposed to be. That's a monster that you're feeding. You're enhancing this world of thought. And it's not till you sit down and you take a breather and you start to really kind of, the true definition of happiness for you. Over the course of time, there was a moment when I got older, it all hit at the same time. How it's so hard to see the good if you're only seeing the bad. Like, there's so many people that struggle with what their version of success is because they're looking at someone else's. There's so many people that struggle with their world of relationship because they're judging theirs based off of someone else's. Well, I'm not embracing the world of good that came from my dad. I could have went down the road that my dad did. I could have easily been wrapped into the same world of, you know, drugs, gangs, violence. Not that I don't, because I do. That's where I'm from. But I could have embraced it at a much higher level and followed in the footsteps of my father, because that's what he did. But I was able to realize the mistakes he made. I was able to go, well, I don't want to go down that street because I see the consequences of it. That's a choice that I made. Ultimately, we get one. Live it for you. Live it to the best space and place that you feel you can win at. That's my motto. My kids got a bigger shot at breaking ground and making this normal, because other kids that look like us, that came from where we come from and that grew up how I grew up, will now have a different level of association for what can be achieved if it's based off of what I was able to do. And when I realized I don't have to just do one thing, I can do a lot of different things. You can be good at a lot of different things, but you don't know that you're good at a lot of different things unless you try a lot of different things. And when I looked around and I kind of just realized how the world goes around, it's all based off of creativity. It's all based off of ideas. It's all based off of thought-provoking, then groundbreaking opportunities. I'm igniting a different level of thought, a different level of want, a different level of motivation and inspiration. I'm inspiring at a different level. If a person believes that they can, well, your world of idea changes. Your reason for getting up, your reason for putting your feet on the ground every morning, it can change if you believe that the purpose that you now have and that you're working towards, based off of an idea, is something that you can succeed in.